It's Saturday, the 14th of June, 2025. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is competing in the Audi A5 DTM Limited Series within Real Racing 3 Update 13.4, and this is part 2 of that mini series. Got a few people in the chat. So Ayaka Yokotar, welcome along. Good to see you. Says, hello, I'm still awake. I will sleep soon, but I will be listening into your stream. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. And Eloise says, you're so early. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's an early stream today. It won't happen often. But yes, I can't stream any later today. So I thought I'd get one in early in the morning, and then that's part 2 of this limited series done. Part 3 will be on Monday at the normal sort of time. Right, let's just get on with it, I think, really. So the reason why I split it into a number of parts is as soon as I hit the daily M dollar cap, which is 250,000 M dollars a day, I put the game down in terms of motorsports racing. But obviously, it's a new day, at least here in the UK. So we've got 250,000 M dollars to earn. Currently, the limited series sits at 44%. Let's get on with it. Now, I suppose really just to let people know as well, we've run out of free servicing. But what I'm going to do, you seem to have this option available on motorsports cars. You don't have it available on road collection, which is you can service the car and that costs no money. And then you can pay a small fee in regards to M dollars to service the car immediately. So that's what I'm going to do. It does mean I'm spending a bit more M dollars than what I would normally prefer. But you know what? It makes it easier when you're streaming just to immediately service the car without spending any gold. Never spend any gold on this sort of thing. But M dollars again, because you can earn M dollars on a daily basis, so it's not quite as precious as gold. And obviously, if I was to like play videos to reduce the servicing down to 0, that would mean every time we'd be waiting 3 or 4 minutes before that occurs. So let's get ready to go. So Eloise says, do you already own the car? No, I do not. If you can see there, it says it's on loan. But what I have done is applied upgrades to each of the 7 engineering components up to level 3. And what you will see down here at some point will be all the information to do with the costs, the PR, the upgrade tree, cost in terms of M dollars, cost in terms of gold, and the expected rewards I'm going to get back. So at the moment, I don't own this car. Carrying out this limited series to win this car. Triple H, sorry, says, sup, bro. Sup back. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Triple H says, I just maxed it out. Well, fair enough. Not going to do that. Leave it at 3. That'll be enough for me. Right. So, 2 laps around Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Minimum PR 68.7. Not had any hiccups to this point. We're not too far away from getting to 50%. So let's see how we get on. lost it a bit there. Still in third. Now that's second. Okay, in first before the end of lap 1, so that's pretty good. One more lap to go after this. So a lap of 2:11. Let's see if we can go a bit quicker this time. Seems like it was a standing start on lap 1. And we would have been slowed down just passing all the field. So maybe we can set quite a good time under 2 minutes. Car struggles up that hill though. Do you find all the rally car types tend to struggle up that hill? This car, no exception. Halfway through lap 2. Again, it's another track where I feel like I've pinned down for the most part where the braking zones are. I want to start using that term going forward, braking zones rather than braking points. Need to get the lingo right. Just over 2 minutes. Well, that's all right. Happy with that. Right. So 46%. Not sure where I sit in terms of servicing. Let's have a look. It's pretty close. So I reckon just to maximize the earnings, so I've actually earned more in this service window than 29,500. I'm going to do endurance next. So Alois says, so Eloise says, you already own the car? Oh, because many people online don't recommend spending gold for upgrade as it is required. So, okay. So I understand what you're saying there. So effectively, if you didn't do this limited series, And then at the end of this update, the car is released to purchase, and the car costs M dollars. And obviously, that's what people are talking about. It's costing M dollars. But to complete the series this car is in, you are going to have to spend gold. You are going to have to upgrade. Now, there is a possibility there will be a discount in the future on upgrades, but there's no guarantee of that. And there's also no guarantee what your situation will be in terms of the amount of gold that you have. So I always approach it from the point of view of, if I win this car, does it open a series in the game? And the answer to that is yes, it does. And obviously, by upgrading to free across the board, what that typically means, I can get to over 75% in the series. So I understand what you're saying. I understand why people say that. I don't necessarily disagree. I've done it in the past. So, for example, I've done it in the past. Let me give you an example where I've done it before. If we go into Motorsports, the World Rally Championship. Now, I did compete in a series to win I think it was which one was it? Let's have a look. It was the Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 Hybrid. So that car, I competed in the series that it was in, even though it was costing M dollars, and won the car, had to spend some gold, but it resulted in this series, which at the time didn't have either the Ford or the Hyundai in it. So I upgraded it to 21 across free across the board, 21 out of 28 upgrades, of which level 2 upgrades were gold. But you'll see there both the Ford and the Hyundai are only at 7. So the reason why that is because in both of those situations, I thought it was not worthwhile winning those cars because they didn't open up any new series. And so I held off doing those particular events with these cars, which I do believe were limited series, and instead waited for the car to open up to be purchased it for M dollars. I believe I applied a discount of like 20%, and then upgraded to level 1 across the board, that only costing M dollars. So I understand that train of thought, but I always include as well in my decision-making process, does it open up a series to compete in? Now, for this car, if I can find it, where is it? I think is it in endurance? Where is it? No, it's not in there. Where is it? Let's have a think about where it will sit. Should be obvious. There we go. Track Masters. It opens up a series of which this car is the only car in that series. So that's why I'm doing that. Hopefully that makes sense. And you'll see as well down the bottom, what I've calculated is, even though it's costing me, I think it's 360 gold, or have I put 460? I might have put 460. It isn't 460, it's only 360. The money that I'm going to get back will include the 60 gold from completing the series. With the VP rewards, I'll also earn an additional 45 gold. And then in the series that we open up, I think it's a total of another 46 gold I can get back. So that with, in terms of, I pretty much can cancel out the cost of M dollars, because on a daily basis, 3 days to complete this limited series is 250,000 M dollars a day, plus all the rewards that you get at each of the percentage, 25%, 50, 75 and 100. I'm going to be close to wiping out the cost associated with upgrading the car. Overall, it's a cheaper option. It's a better option. I open up the series. I can get further in the series. My completion percentage in terms of motorsports already sits at 63%. Don't think I'll get it up to 64%, but it does mean I'm pushing closer. So that's why I've gone down that route. Hopefully that makes sense. Bit of a long explanation there, but I thought it was worthwhile. Triple H says, "Did I just do wrong for maxing this car?" Um, so I would say yes. The reason being is I would only ever max a car when there's a discount on it. And what I mean by that is typically when I'm winning a car, I'm expecting to only upgrade to free across the board. Um, Whereas if you've maxed that car, it usually means upgrade 4 on each of the engineering components will cost you gold. So I'm pretty sure you spent a bit more gold than what you needed to. And that car doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, an exclusive series. So you don't get um, any additional benefit. But if you've got the gold to spend, I don't blame you for spending it. Alok Goose goes, woohoo! Surprise stream. Ta-da! It won't happen often, but welcome along, Alok. Good to see you. Triple H says, "Can you please tell me which car should I upgrade?" Uh, oh, blimey, that's a hard question. If it was again, it it's not. I mean, honestly, that's such an open question. It's impossible to answer. It is all about, for me, strategy. What is your strategy in this game? So, to be clear, my strategy is to get the completion of road collection up to 100% and the completion of motorsports up to 100%. Obviously, to achieve that, you've got to win cars and you've got to upgrade them. But it is all to do with where you are in the game. So, what I mean by that is how many cars do you have at this moment in time? And that determines where you're best spending your money. So, if you have a garage that has a less than 50% of the cars owned, I would suggest that you would focus in terms of not utilizing at this moment in time the discounts on upgrades and focus on winning cars that are available. And for you, possibly flashback events, even though for a lot of people will mean they already own the car, for you, it might be a case of winning a new car, which will then open up the series that it's in. Then, once you've got above 50% and a new update comes along, and you have a look at see how many new cars you can win. If you find it's less and less, at that point, you do a slight shift and you start applying the upgrades to cars that have a discount on it. And you should do it based on a cost reward. So, in other words, it's a case of if you've already got the car and you're upgrading it, what does upgrading mean? Does it mean I complete the series that it's in? What reward do you get in terms of completion? If you fully upgrade the car, does it open up an exclusive series? And what reward does that exclusive series have? And if you want to know exactly how I go about doing that, watch Tuesday's stream. In fact, watch any Tuesday stream because I don't say to people, choose this car, choose that car. What I do is I show them the methodology that I look at and I do a calculation of cost versus reward, and that determines whether or not I upgrade a car or not. But I've only started doing this because my garage is almost complete on the road collection side. So, for example, in this particular release, I think I've only got 3 cars to win. 2 of them are new, and it's a bit of a weird one, this one. But the Perseverance, I will win the Porsche 911 GT1 98. So I'm going to be doing that when it becomes available. So I can't say go for this car, but what I can say is it's all about strategy. If your strategy is completion of road collection and motorsports, your initial focus is winning cars. Once you've won over 50% cars and you get a new Real Racing Free update, you see how many cars are available for you to win, and then you start picking and choosing um, the cars that have discounts on them and upgrading those cars to complete the series and potentially open up exclusive series they're in. Um, Not an explicit answer, just sort of like a general answer. So hopefully that helps. Right, let's get back to racing. So what I'm going to do, because the car almost needs servicing, I'm going to have a right old go at the endurance. So it's one of the tracks I really do like. It's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm sure it's the road course. Indeed it is. I only need to get to 6.3 miles. I'm literally hoping I can get this to 15 miles and earn a shed load of $M, and thus cover my costs when I service this car and have to spend $29,500 to service the car immediately. Now I've stopped slowing down when I'm hitting that threshold of 89 seconds. I realised it wasn't really helping me out at all, so I just literally thrashed the car around the track, overtaking every car that I can, and that is always enough normally to get first, and sometimes is enough to set quite a decent set of miles. I'm really hoping I can get to 15 miles with this particular track. So this curve's an interesting test. I always say, if you want to know how grippy your car is, can the car go round that curve without skidding? And look, it can. Indication to me that car's pretty good on grip for what it is. And I tell you what, this car's got good brakes, but its top speed isn't the best. So I can brake later at the end of that straight. So let's try that again. So Triple H says, thank you so much, bro. Yeah, you're very welcome. One other piece of advice I would suggest as well is what I used to always do as well, and I'm sure I've said this on a previous stream, always make sure before you carry out an action in terms of either attempting to win a car or applying discounted upgrades, just make sure you've got over 1,000 gold. Because that usually means you'll still have plenty of gold left afterwards. So that's what I used to do before I streamed. Obviously I've got to be a little bit more exciting than that by streaming, so you'll have seen me a few times go all the way down to 0 gold. But I do that in the knowledge that I can bring it all the way back up to over 1,000 gold. So yeah, that would be the other piece of advice. Always make sure you're doing your best to stay over 1,000 gold. That's easier said than done. So there we go, we're in first already, and I've got 60 seconds left on the clock. I'm actually not convinced I'm going to get to 15 miles at this moment in time, but we'll see. We're up to 7. Foot down around that slight corner there, that slight bend. There we go, 55 seconds. Can brake late here. There we go, 8 miles recorded. 50 seconds still on the clock. The reason why I'm going all out on this, even though it means I'm earning quite a bit of $M, is because I know, whether I like it or not, this series will have to run over 3 days. So I know I'm not going to get to 100% today. So it almost doesn't matter if all that happens, even though I started on 44%. I only get to say 70% or even as high as 80%. I'm pretty sure I can do 20 or 30% in one session without too much problem. Now, I'm not going to get to 15 miles, that's for sure. So I was completely wrong on that. Oh, there we go. 11.7 miles. So Eloise says you are not cutting corners around Indianapolis. Not really. I'm more focused on just making sure I've got hit that mile target. I'm not entirely sure. Normally, the point for cutting corners would be if you think the endurance is endless, which I don't think it will be. But also, my car isn't fully upgraded, so there's no real point in doing that. But it was a good score, 11.7 miles. I do need to service the car. Which is fine. So it's free to service, and then you can apply an instant service by spending $29,500. Right, there we go. We're at 48%. So we're close to getting to a 50% reward, which is 10 gold and 1,000 VP. Right. Elimination. So there we go. On the left-hand side, instant servicing, $29,500. Never use gold for instant servicing would be my advice. Under normal circumstances, I'd say don't spend $M, but you know, it's not exactly entertaining if you're watching me for 4 minutes playing videos to reduce the time to service down to 0. So we won't do that. We'll fast track that service. There we go. It's ready to race again. Elimination. So elimination around the Red Bull Ring circuit. Now I guess the other option that I could have done in terms of what I just did would have been to race the Cup, have the car in negative durability, and then still do the endurance. I could have done that, but on this particular occasion I decided against it. I probably should have done that. Not to worry. We'll remember that one for next time. Okay, so we're in the lead. We're 100 yards ahead of second. 5 cars in the race. To be fair, I'm surprised I've not gone off track, because I haven't really been focusing. Okay, almost guaranteed myself a podium. There we go. You can do a nice bit of driving with this car. It's a good balanced car. Almost off track there. I'd say if there's any downside to this car, it is the top speed, but you know, so be it. There we go. So that's first. That will mean 50% completion, and that will mean a set of rewards. $11,800. There we go, 20,000 $, 10 gold, and we've earned a 30,000 $R reward that we'll collect at some point in the near future. Right, okay, so gold total up to 822. The first target is to get that gold back over 1,000. Ideally before Tuesday. Might not happen. Right, what have we got? We've got the national circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. It's a cup race consisting of 3 laps. Okay, that's not too bad. Possibility that the car might not need servicing afterwards. There's also a possibility it will. So let's just get racing. So I'm going to sort of like guess that it's going to take me between 1 hour 15 minutes and 1 hour 30 minutes to hit the daily $M cap. And look at that, before the end rather, of lap 1, we are in the lead. Time on that lap, 1 minute 5 seconds. Oh, oops a daisy. I did brake a little bit too late there, didn't I? Oh dear. And all of a sudden, I've lost the control. Let's get that back under control. Okay, there we go. It looks like we are going to be under 1 minute, but I reckon I can go even quicker. A 58 second. Let's see if we can get this right with the braking this time. There we go. Okay, foot down. A little bit messy in that corner. It'll be fine though. And again there, oh dear. Pushing just a bit too hard. There we go. just under 57 seconds there. So a little bit quicker each time. And that's another first. Now, does the car need servicing? Only $18,900 earned. Oh dear, it does, unfortunately. We'll not service it just yet. We'll have a look at what's coming up in the next tier. Yeah, it's going to need servicing, I think. Yeah. Right, so we'll do the autocross first. Let's service the car. It is free. It's just not instant. Come back out and then select instant servicing again. Spending $10 only. It's another $29,500. That means I've spent $59,000 in total, having earned $93,000. So it's an expensive route that I'm doing, but you know, it does mean we can crack on and get this done. And my dollars are looking good. It's at just under 3 million, so we're okay there. Now, I reckon I'll be able to do all these 3 races and still have durability left in the car. There we go. Easy win there. Quite a few seconds ahead of second place. Won't have used up a great deal of durability. There we go. Hardly any. Right, next up. Next up in Tier 9, Speed Snap around the club circuit at Circuit of the Americas. And I need to hit 144.4 miles to get first. There we go. 149 miles reached as we crossed the finish line. $3,000 earned. That takes us over $100,000 earned for the day. 2/5 of the way to the cap. Plenty of durability left. So we might get lucky this time round with this cup and have a bit of durability left once we've hopefully won it. So it is the West Circuit, Suzuka Circuit. I'm betting 3 laps. It's 2. Wow. Wow. Is it 22 cars? I believe it is. Ooh. Bit of an ask, this one. I do like the fact that recently the limited series have had shorter cups. It just keeps the interest. There we go. It's only 16 cars in total. So that's achievable. Not with driving like that though. There we go. Already up into second. It's looking good. Three. Still in second. 1 lap to go. 1 car to overtake. And there we go. There we go. Over the bump. Slightly off track. Getting a bit carried away there. Should be able to bring this home now. There we go. Victory! $13,800 earned. I can't see the car having negative durability. Oh, okay. What's in the next tier? Right, okay. So 60%. Still plenty of dollars to be earned. We're on group tier 10. I think what I'm going to do is Melbourne. It is 5 laps. My suspicion is once I've done that, let me just have a look at the other 2 tracks. You know what? I am tempted to do the head-to-head, but what we'll do is we'll focus on doing the cup first, and then we will need to service the car. But it's Melbourne. It's 5 laps. It will be messy. It always is around Melbourne. It's 22 cars. Eric will need to work hard after this race because there will be bodywork damage. There's some already. Okay, up into 9th. Now that 8th. Whoa. Okay, we're up into 5th. Whoa. Oh dear. Okay, up into 4th. I think that's a good position at this stage. It effectively means with 3 laps to go, we've only got 3 cars to overtake. Messy. nevertheless, we carry on going. We do need to be in third before the end of this lap. Hopefully we can stay there this time. Squeezed into second. That means we've got 2 laps to go and 1 car to overtake. Got to catch him up first though, so let's focus on that on this lap. Well, it's a bit messy. I always say it would be around Melbourne, but we are in first. And I can just see back markers on the map. But there he is, just ahead. Final lap, we're in first, we're over 150 yards ahead of second. Back marker overtaken. Another one coming into view. I'll wait just behind him until we've got through this chicane. This guy's proving to be a pain in the arse. Get out of my way. There you go. There we go. That is victory. Another first. Not me says, is it better than AMG C63 DTM at handling? I'll tell you what, it's good at handling. It's good at handling. In terms of memory, I'm not entirely sure. But the car itself is good at handling. It's a nice balance. It hasn't got particularly high top speed. But it is good at braking and seems pretty grippy for the PR reference. So, yeah, pretty happy. Although looking at that, it suggests the grip isn't particularly high. But then if I just service the car, we'll see. There we go. What it should be 1.47 G grip. Braking probably just under 100. In fact, let's service the car and then we'll know for sure. But yeah, in terms of how it feels, I kind of like it. It feels nicely balanced. Thanks for the question, not me. Welcome along, by the way. Aloe says, since you started but not finished this limited series, does it still say unlock to enter on Legacy of Performance in Euro Trackmasters? I believe it still says that. Let's have a look. So Motorsports. Yeah, unlock car to enter. Yeah, so I haven't, technically speaking, earned that car. And in fact, I'm sure if we go into it, let's do speed record. You see there, it still says on loan. So you have to win the car before you unlock that series. Not me says, mate, have you tried endless endurance at Melbourne with the Ferrari F1 4T or 41212? No. I don't know if you realise, but I could not get on with the Ferrari F1, or sorry, the F14T. Couldn't get on with it. Mainly because as soon as you slowed down, it just drifted. Ayeka says, "Good night, Mr. Tony, but I'm still listening into your stream." Well, thank you very much. Get a good night's sleep. Right, here we go. So, service the car. It's been serviced. Instant servicing, another 29,500, which takes it to 88,500 spent against 144,000 earned. So there's not a big difference, but I just at this stage didn't want to waste a servicing reward. Right, speed record around the motorcycle course. I think I will be able to achieve this without having to start from behind the finish line or behind the start line. But let's see if I might end up being wrong on this. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that was close. So I did get first. Well, that was close. So Not Me says, scream on top of your lungs for the meme, mate. No. No. No, 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 no. But thank you for the request. But I decline, sir. I decline. Right, there we go. So that is another first. One more race to complete on this tier. I believe it's a head-to-head. Yep, so tier 10 head-to-head around the sprint circuit at Nürburgring. Right. Got to the corner first, stayed in the lead. Bit wide there though. Already on the way back. And we'll look at doing it properly this time, the end of this straight, and we will take the chicane properly. There we go, another first. Tier 10 completed. Only 5 tiers left. So we will definitely not need a 4th stream. We will need a 3rd stream though to get to 100%. So I think the only question that remains is, Can we get to 75% in this stream? So Eloise asks, oh no, and then Not Me says, please. And then goes, enjoy your day, mate. Well, thank you very much. You too. You too. Alawi says, have you fully upgraded the Ford GT? Yes, I have. Using the sale, 50% off. I only had 3 upgrades to apply, but I absolutely did do it. Um, that car will return. When will it return? Well, it might not return until Tuesday. Yeah. But I have got to Group C in both the time trials that it's in, and I have obviously opened the exclusive series. In regards to the series it's in, I did complete that in a previous stream. So yeah, we're looking good. There we go, 66%. And you know what? I think we can get tier 11 completed as well without having to service the car. So let's give that a go. Although the autocross, unfortunately, is on Mount Panorama, which is one of the longest autocrosses in the game. Let's see how we get on. All right. Oh, lost it there. Still enough to get first though. Woo! So Not Me has put Ford GT Le Mans is an absolute steal. I already have potentially earned 400 gold with the time trial competition and the weekly time trial. Well done. I haven't. I've earned 75 gold. But you know what? Even just putting those to aside, I effectively spent 197 gold to fully upgrade that car with the 50% discount. And the exclusive series will earn me 175 gold back. And to complete the series it was in, I think it was 31 gold. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I'm actually going to, for once, earn more money back than what I've spent. Then, if you add on top of that the additional money that you'll earn through the 2 time trials by the fact you've fully upgraded the car, yeah, it absolutely makes sense. It is a complete no-brainer. So long as you've got the gold, of course. Mm. Yeah, so I've got that exclusive series tucked away to be doing at some point next week on stream. So that'll be fun. Right, speed snap around WeatherTech. Okay, or Laguna Seca. 122 miles per hour. So we've just come up and hit the hour mark in the stream. So maybe it will be an hour, 30 minutes to be fair. There we go. 127 miles per hour. That's another first. We've still got a bit to go to hit the M dollar total as well, so that's pretty good. There we go. Still got durability left, so that leaves us one more race to do in tier 11, which is the Cup. And it is the international circuit at Silverstone. minimum PR 71.7. We've got 3 laps. And 22 cars. Hello. This might be banana skin. I just need to remember which one's the international circuit. One of the smaller circuits is not great for overtaking. Fortunately, I don't think it's this one. So we got lucky there. Okay, we're okay. It's not the it's the national circuit which is a problem circuit. This one's not so bad. Still got to go some though to get first, I reckon. Alright, that's alright. We've done alright there. We're into 4th at the end of lap 1. 2 more laps to go. 3 cars to overtake. As we overtake one of those 3 cars. There we go, into 1st. Oh, we're not going to be stopped. Nothing's going to stop us today, I think. Alright, there we go. Final lap. In 1st. Slightly on the grass. Okay, there we go. Another first. That's tier 11 completed. I'm not going to service the car just yet because there might be an endurance in tier 12. So we'll just hold off. $17,650 earned. Coming close to the 200,000 mark. Car does need servicing, but we're not going to rush into that just yet. Now, are we going to get lucky this time? No is the answer to that question. Look at that. 73%. We're going to get to 75%. Let's start with elimination again. Service the car. It's free. It's not instant, but we can then spend $29,500 to service the car. That's a total now of just short of $120,000 spent and $185,000 earned, not including the 20,000 reward that we got for getting to 50%. And whatever reward we're about to get for getting to 75%. Now, I'm going to carry on getting as far as I can in terms of M dollars earned, because in Monday's stream I'll look to complete this series, and then it'll open up the series this car is in. Oops, hello. And what we'll do is we'll take that as far as we can until we run out of, until, you know, we hit the M dollar cap on Monday. Oi, that was close. Okay, 4 cars left in the fight. 200 yards ahead of second. Itchy nose time. Ouch. Back to the racing. In. Oh, hello, I've done it again. Forgot to brake completely. Nevertheless, still ahead. Let's bring this home. So this is for 75% completion. There we go. There we go. Right. Hmm. 15 gold, 1,500 VP, and 70,000 M dollars. And we have earned the 25,000 M dollar reward as well. Now, I thought there was an opportunity of hitting the 45 gold reward. Let's just have a look. How far off are we? 1,100. So in other words, we won't get that until we get to 100% with the 2,000 VP, but that's fine. That means in Monday's stream, we'll get 30 gold plus 45, 75 gold. Pretty good. Not bad at all. Right, what's next? 75% hit. We're at just under 200,000. I reckon head-to-head, cup, and fingers crossed, the in tier 13 there'll be an endurance, and then we can finish off with that, and that'll be the 250,000 M dollars earned for today. And then we won't have to spend any more gold, any more M dollars servicing the car again. We might not hit the M dollar cap if there isn't an endurance. We might decide to leave it there. We've only got 3 tiers to do, and that should be easy enough to complete on Monday. That was easy enough. Head to head completed. There we go. Over $200,000 earned. Right, so Tier 12 Cup International Circuit at Dubai, 3 laps only. Minimum PR 72.5. The car is at 75.5. Go already up into 11th. Made that 9th. So not me asks. Oh no, he's deleted it. Fair enough. Not me asks a question and then decides to retract that question. There we go, up into 3rd. That's 2nd, so 1 lap down, 2nd place, 2 laps to go, 1 car to overtake. Oh, ooh, how close was that? How close was that? There we go, we're in 1st, final lap, 200 plus yards ahead of 2nd. Just remember, don't service the car just yet. Oops, a daisy. Slightly off track. They're in the lead. Okay, there we go. Another first. Another tier completed. 26,300. We've still got $22,000 to earn. We will, if there is an endurance, we will do that because I think that will just be enough to hit the 250,000 mark. There we go. We have our endurance. All right, so tiers 1 to 12 completed. We're at 80%. We're going to finish off with the national circuit. That's Hockenheimring. The endurance. The car does need servicing, but it only needs to get to 6.2 miles. I reckon we'll get to about 8 miles. Let's find out. And I reckon that'll earn us between $20,000 and $25,000. Okay, that's 7th. Seventh and 2 miles. Six. Okay, 6 and 3 miles, about halfway there. There we go, 5th. Four miles, 2/3 of the way there. That's 4th. And that's 5 miles. It's 1 more mile to do. And we've got 40 seconds to do it in. There we go. 1 car overtaken, just to keep that seconds up. You can see 3rd in the distance. There we go, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. And we've done that within 1 hour 25 minutes. There we go. 8 miles, as I predicted. That's the end of racing for today. That will more than likely mean we've hit the $M cap of 250,000. We lost $6,000 there, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Don't want to lose any more, so we will stop the racing there, service the car, but we'll just let it go through its normal 3-hour servicing uh, period. But you see there also we've got over 3 million M dollars. So we're starting to build our M dollars back up. So it's all looking good. So at the end of part 2 of the Audi A5 DTM Limited Series, we've got all the way into tier 13. We've only got 2 races in that tier and then tier 14 and 15 to complete. And that will result in winning the car, a total of 30 gold here and 45 gold in the VP section. So it'll be a good final completion when we do that on Monday. But there we go, 82%. Pretty good, I'd say. That's not bad at all. Oh, I got that wrong. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. In fact, I wanted to do that. Boom. There we go. Right. So obviously what this is highlighting is if you want to maximize your M dollars um, earned, you can't really do a limited series that involves a motorsports car in one go. Now, I myself am sort of wasting a bit of money by using M dollars to immediately service the car. But I just think it helps in terms of live streaming. People aren't waiting around. You don't want to be watching me playing videos, reducing the time that it takes to service the car down from 3 hours to 0. That's just silly. I have done it in the past. Never really liked doing it, so I try to avoid it where possible. But it has meant in this particular um, uh, stream, I've earned 250,000 M dollars. Plus, I've earned. I'm not sure what I've earned. Let's have a look. I've earned 250,000 plus 20,000 plus 70,000. Okay, so 340,000 M dollars is what I've earned in total, and I had to spend close to 120,000 M dollars in terms of applying an instant service on the car. Nevertheless, we've taken the series to 82%. We'll be completing that series on Monday, and then once we've done that, what we'll look to do is go into the Track Masters series within Motorsports, and the Legacy of Performance series will be open, and then we'll have some racing with the Audi A5 Tour in 2012 in that series. And again, what we'll do is we'll take the M dollar earnings for Monday to the cap of 250,000. Right, gold currently sits at 837, so that slowly but surely that's creeping back up to 1,000. Right, there we go. That's the end of the stream. So hopefully you've had a bit of fun on this. Well, where I am the morning. And Aaron C. John pops in and says hello. Well, hello, Aaron C. John. We're just wrapping up, mate. But good to see you again. The next stream will be on Monday at the usual time, so it will be later than what this one has been today. If you have liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up or a like. I almost forgot what to say then. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please look to subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on YouTube, or follow the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on Rumble. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you again on Monday. Until then, thank you very much and goodbye. Oh, sorry, wrong button. And goodbye. That didn't work either. I'm having a bit of a nightmare here. Sorry. So there is a couple of streams, comments in the stream. So Aaron C. John says it's too early. Well, it'll return to normal on Monday. And True Company says hello, early stream today. Yes, yes, it is. Hello and goodbye. And I'll get it right this time.